What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, and I just wanted to talk to you guys today about light sources and flashlights for your get home bag. So basically, you're going to want to have multiple light sources in your get home bag for obvious reasons. You don't want to just pack like one flashlight, because if that flashlight goes, something happens to it, let's say you drop it, you lose it, you break it, whatever, you're going to want to have a backup flashlight. So I'm going to start from left to right with what I have in my get home bag, and I'm going to discuss the theories behind it and why I chose what I chose. So the first thing on the left is, this is my main flashlight here. This is a Phoenix TK09, and one of the things I like about this flashlight is that when you turn it on, it doesn't have any memory feature. So when I turn it on, it goes to the highest lumen setting as soon as I turn it on, as long as I let it, as long as I don't turn it on and off within like 1 second, then the memory clears. And the reason that's good is, like, you know, if you're in a self-defense situation, you want to make sure that when you turn your light on, that it's going into the brightest mode, the first mode that it goes into. You don't want to have to like cycle through different modes. If it has like memory, for example, it can be kind of annoying, because like, especially for like your primary self-defense light, it could be annoying, because what happens is, let's say let's say I have to check an area and I turn it on, and if I forgot what the last memory setting was, let's say it was set for like, strobe mode or low or something like that, it's going to be annoying, because then I'm going to turn my light on expecting it to be nice and bright, and it's going to be like stuck in SOS mode or something weird like that. So I like to have, for my primary flashlight or my self-defense light, I like to have a light that doesn't have any memory feature, and I like it to be as simple and rugged as possible. This flashlight only has 4 modes. It has high, it has medium, it has low, and then it has strobe, and I don't have, it's not really very complicated, I just push the button down, I'm in high, medium, high, medium, low, and strobe, and I like that. It's nice and simple, it's very rugged, you can see how thick the aluminum is. It's got a nice lens, the body is very thick, it's rugged, it has a 1-inch diameter body, so I could use this with conventional scope rings, and I can mount it to different weapons. If I'm in a survival situation or SHTF, I want to have a light that I can use interchangeably with different mounts. Let's say I come across a weapon, or I barter or scavenge a weapon, or I trade a weapon with someone. I want to have something that's kind of universal, So I have this light has a 1-inch diameter body, so I could use it with like a conventional scope ring. And I also have this little thing here, this key ring, which I can attach a lanyard to, which I have on my backup light. So this is my primary light, and this is my primary light that I would use if I'm navigating through an area, if I have to search an area for any type of hostile activity. This is the light that I'm going to use. And then I also have a red filter for it, so I could slide the filter on, and then my signature is tremendously reduced, so people can't observe me from far away. Like if I'm hiking or I'm walking through an area, I'm moving through an area, it's a SHTF situation, or if I want to kind of like covertly search an area without giving my position away, then I'm going to use the red light. And the red light also, it's easier for your eyes, so your eyes, it doesn't destroy your night vision as badly as white light. White light, if you take the filter off, the white light is gonna, your eyes are gonna, your pupils are gonna get smaller, and your eyes are gonna, de-adjust from the night. So with the red filter, it's much easier on the eyes. Doesn't have a big signature. So you want to have your primary light, you want to have some type of a red filter, and red filter is critical. Or you can just get yourself a separate red light for navigating when you're moving through an area, a separate red flashlight, and then have a separate self-defense light. But you're going to want to have a self-defense light just like this one, nice and rugged. This is the Phoenix TK09. simple operation, no memory, high lumen. I think this one is the highest lumen is like 900 lumen or 950, and then medium is like 450, and then low is like around 50. You know, so on the low setting, I can use this for navigation purposes. If I'm, you know, walking around, I'm escaping from the city or whatever danger area, I'm going to have it on the low setting. And then, you know, if I encounter a threat or I want to scan an area for hostile activity, I'm going to have it in the high mode, you know. Or if I want to blind someone, let's say I have somebody coming at me or charging me, I can blind them with this, you know, with the high setting. And that'll give me a little bit of a window of opportunity to counterattack. So yeah, and then the red filter. So that would be my primary light. And then you have your, you know, my backup light. This is just the EagleTac TX25C. It's a very small light. It just it has an extender tube, so I could use either one CR123 or two CR123 batteries. It's got a pocket clip. It's got a magnetic bottom here, so I could stick it onto something. Like if I need to, this can also function as like a work light. So if I want to like work on something, I can use this magnet. I can magnetize it to, like, you know, it can stick onto like a metal surface, and then I could turn it on. And I got this lanyard here for it, and this lanyard I would obviously I have another one for this light, so you're going to want to have a lanyard on all your lights so you don't lose them. I don't have the lanyard on it now because I have this one set up on my shotgun for home defense. But you know, this is my backup light. It's nice and small, as you can see. You know, it's probably about 3.5 inches or maybe 4 inches long. This one just takes one CR123. You know, and with all your flashlights, especially your primary self-defense light and your backup light or your working light, you're going to want a light that takes like a universal battery, something that's easy to find, like a AA batteries, AAA batteries, CR123s. You don't want to have a flashlight that only accepts exotic batteries like 18650s, because let's say, like, you know, you can only store so many batteries in your get home bag, you know, because they're heavy and they take up space. So let's say you run out of batteries for whatever reason, or your batteries get wet or something happens to them, and you need to find batteries, like you need to acquire batteries in the field, either through scavenging, through bartering, through purchasing. You're going to want something that's easy to find, like CR123s. Both of these lights here, both of these lights take CR123 batteries. So like this one I can use 18650 or CR123, and this one takes only CR123. So with these two, you know, let's say I run out of batteries for some reason and I'm in the get home situation, I can, you know, there may still be some stores that are open, especially when you're further away from the disaster area. You know, there's still going to be like gas stations and supermarkets, pharmacies that are open. And you're going to be able to find common batteries at those areas, like CR123s or AA's, AAA's, whatever. And then after your primary and secondary light, I recommend getting yourself some glow sticks. These are made by a company called Cyalume. These are red. I have 3 red glow sticks here, rubber banded together with a glow stick holder. And you know, these have a 12-hour life. Once you snap them, they last for 12 hours. But I've actually, you know, they really last like 18 hours or more till they totally fade. You know, 12 hours is just like the peak color of the light, but you know, they'll last much longer than that. And you want this holder because the holder, it's going to help you read maps. It's not going to be too bright. So yeah, with the sorry about that, about the little interruption here. So you want the 6-inch snap lights. You know, these are made by Cyalume, and the glow stick holder here is good because, like, you know, I could have a map in my hand and I could stick the glow stick in here, and you know, basically you turn it, and then the red light will be coming through here. I'll stick the glow stick inside, and the red light will be coming through here, and I can hold it over my map if I have to read a map, and it's not going to give away my position if I was using like a traditional flashlight, for example. And you know, you can clip this onto, you know, if you got to clip this like onto, a piece of MOLLE or onto your backpack strap. You can do that. It's just a good way to contain the glow stick so it doesn't, because once you break the glow stick, you're going to see that from a long distance. Once you have that, if you have like a red glow stick and you want to pull it out to look at something, it's going to give away your position. So if you put it in one of these glow stick holders, it's going to basically conceal the glow stick, and you just turn it when you want to use it. You just turn it and the light will come through this little slot here. So these glow stick holders are only a few dollars. I think I got it for like $6, and it's mil spec, so it's like a heavy duty plastic. And these glow sticks are, cheap. You can buy them for like, in bulk for like $20. You can get a whole package. Like I said, you're going to want the red light. The red light is better for your eyes, for using at night. So you're going to want glow sticks. I only have 3. 3 glow sticks is plenty for like a get home situation. If I'm going to be, walking home on foot, 3 glow sticks, that's enough for at least 3 nights. And if I really ration it out, it could last longer, but 3 glow sticks is plenty. Then moving on to, these are just some key lights here. I got one in UV, and then I got one in red color. So what I would do with these is, like, the red color I can use for reading my map if I don't want to break one of these glow sticks. I could use this to read a map or to look inside of my backpack. I have these clipped inside of my backpack onto like a keeper. There's like a keychain keeper, and I have it clipped onto that, so I can just pull it out and I can check inside my backpack. If I just wanted, let's say, do something around my camp. Let's say I made camp for the night and I want to, check around my area, and I don't really want to use my big flashlight. This little key light is very efficient. It doesn't use a lot of battery power. The battery on this takes like a CR 2032 battery. The quarter cell batteries, or whatever, nickel cell, the 2032s. It's very efficient on light, so you could use it for many hours, and then I also got one in UV. So if I want to, scan an area for UV, any other types of things that don't show up in naked light, to the naked eye, I can use the UV. And then I also have a little miniature UV light here. It has a lanyard, and it's got this, clip here for, belt or pocket. And, it's basically just, it's like a more powerful, it uses a 1 AAA battery. And, it's a little bit brighter than the key one. And, with this UV light, has multiple uses. I think a UV light is something that a lot of preppers overlook in their bug out bags and in their get home bags. Number one, a UV light, you can use it to detect things that are invisible to the naked eye. That could be a lot of different things. It also, certain types of body fluids stand out, like blood. Blood stands out with, so if you're tracking like a game animal or whatever, you could use the UV light. It'll show up the blood easier. It's just good to scan for various types of, also, spiders, certain types of spiders, and scorpions UV light will let you spot them easier. And UV light you can also detect for various types of counterfeit money and stuff like that. So UV light is good to have. It doesn't weigh anything. So basically that's my recommendation for lights. And the one thing I'll tell you I don't like is I don't like headlamps. I know a lot of guys are crazy about the headlamps, and I just don't think that headlamps are good, because with the headlamp, it's just like, in a SHTF situation, you're not going to be camping. There's going to be bad people out there, and if you have a headlamp on, they're going to see you from a mile away, and they're going to come and check you out and see if, whatever they want to do, if they want to steal your resources, if they want to commit some type of crime, or rape, or whatever, kidnap, whatever. You don't want to give your position away. You want to be stealthy. So, take that headlamp and get rid of it. Don't keep it in your bug out bag. I think that's a really bad idea, in my opinion. It just puts a target on your head, and it just gives away your position. It ruins your stealthiness. You know, keep that headlamp for fishing and for hunting and for camping, stuff like that. And for, let's say, in your car, if you have to change a tire, flat tire, something like that. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope this video gave you some ideas. You know, this is just my kit. This doesn't mean that this is the only way to do it, but I hope this, you know, gives you some ideas and inspires you to, you know, take your lighting seriously in your get home bag. All right, guys, take care.